starting in 5, 4, 3.
My dumpers, how are you? How you been? How your parents doing? Did they move out? Oh, okay, good. Very good. Welcome to the voicemail dump truck on this February 13th, 2025. It's a four nations face-off world and we're just living in it. Ain't that the truth?
It was so good.
Thank God.
Great.
Thank God this exists. I was skeptical. No longer am I skeptical. I am all in on the glory that is best on best hockey. Isn't that right, Jeff Grubb?
Yes, 100%. I had faith that these teams would play hard, and that's kind of all we really needed. Because the All-Star game's always like nothing. It really is never worth watching. This was the complete opposite. Once Team Sweden showed up, it was a really good hockey game, and that overtime was I was in heaven.
If you find yourself still defending 5 minutes of 3-on-3 for the regular season the morning after what was an unbelievable 10-minute 3-on-3, you're a damn fool. Isn't that right, Niki Grayson?
It's very true. The last time I had fun watching 3-on-3 hockey was when that guy who wasn't supposed to be at the All-Star game got to the All-Star game, and then Gary was like, fuck this guy, he's not allowed to be at the All-Star game, and then he was there, and then they gave him a car.
Yep, he won the MVP, yeah.
What was this? Just Scott? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Scott.
I think it was Mike Minotti.
It was Mike Minotti. Mike Minotti also on the program. Mike Minotti, name a current active NHL player.
I almost said Sydney Sweeney. That's the guy's name.
That's correct.
That's the actress, right? Something Sid. Is he still playing for the Penguins?
Yes.
He is.
Yeah, Sid. Good old Sid.
Sid. What is Sid's full name?
Cedric, the entertainer.
That's it.
What do you mean?
That's it.
Can you really not name Sid's name? Can you not do that without looking at chat?
I can't remember right now. It's been too long. I like sports, but I'm such a I root for the Cleveland teams guy, and we don't have a hockey team, so I just don't follow hockey.
You have a Cleveland enough team?
No, the
Columbus Blue Jackets.
Monsters is like a minor league something.
They're Cleveland enough.
Yeah, Columbus Blue
Jackets. I like
Jackets
hockey a lot. When I go to a hockey game, I have a good time. I just feel like I don't have any stakes in it, so I don't follow it.
That's what they all say.
Sidney Crosby is what you were looking for there.
Sidney Crosby. That's it. Oh, no wonder why.
I thought
we canceled Crosby.
You're the same age, I think, or sort of. He's
pretty
37
close.
years old and found himself the MVP of last night's game, which is unfucking believable.
It was real good.
They gave him a little goodie bag. They gave him a little goodie bag
what
with
was
treats,
in there?
Twizzlers.
Oh shit!
I made a joke on Twitter.
Canadian Twizzlers and still has the cocaine in it.
I made a joke on Twitter last night that it looked like the bag you get when you stay at the hotel block for a wedding.
Yeah.
Like you ever do just had a bunch of mints in there and Tylenol and directions to the venue. Anyway. We don't have to get too much into hockey because I know how unpopular it is.
Yeah, the people are about it. Yeah,
I'm sorry, your car crash simulator sport has ended, and now you have to watch something a little too fast. Sorry.
Would you like it if I got into hockey, but only because I really became a big Pittsburgh Penguins fan?
I don't care who you like, buddy. I don't care if you're there by the sole virtue of being a Zamboni enthusiast. I just want you there.
Zambonis are something worthy of enthusiasm, though. It's like Zamboni's the name brand, right? Like that's the brand of company that like makes those things.
And mark my words, if the people at Zamboni started making merch based just on the virtue of like cool old school Zamboni logos, they would sell a lot of clothing.
It's a fun thing to say too, Zamboni.
Zamboni, just like established 1963 or whatever. Whenever
they probably used to make parts for like Ferrari and Lamborghini. I bet. I'm just assuming they're Italian.
Well, they make tractors.
Yeah, right. They would definitely make tractors because all Italian companies made tractors at first.
So what are Zamboni's doing? Is there like a brush or like a sandpaper thing, or is it just adding water to make new ice on top?
They are scooping off snow while replacing it with a bit. I believe it's heated water a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's heated water. So you melt a new layer on top, and then that freezes up again smooth.
Right, and that squeegee behind it sort of keeps it all flat.
Fills in a lot of divots. Squeegee.
Yeah, fills in a lot of divots. And when a Zamboni is done, it has a lot of snow to dispose of or melt or however you want to do it.
And then you drink it.
Yeah, it's all from Poland Spring. It's all very delicious. I got a call from my child the other day who was at hockey practice. He's got a watch now with a phone in it. Mm-hmm. And he goes, "Hey, Dad, the Zamboni on Ring 3's on fire." And I said, "Oh, that's cool. Get away from there, will you?"
Well, get a picture first.
Yeah, snap a pic, for the gram, and then get yourself out of there. Hockey's impressive. Football isn't. Super Bowl, you're not impressive. I'm sorry. What is that?
It really wasn't.
It's like, come on. I hate being correct about sports all the time. It's really annoying.
It's a burden.
It's a cross to bear.
Yeah.
I saw that Bill Nye the Science Guy predicted the Cleveland Guardians are going to win the World Series this year, though, so that's exciting for me.
What does he know
about? What the fuck does that guy know?
Sports, yeah.
He's the science guy. There's science in sports.
Yeah, but that's like not his. Who cares?
Yeah,
that's like me saying anything about like golf.
Yeah, and
baseball's the sweet science, right? One of them's the sweet science. I can't remember which one.
I can't believe you two are so anti-science.
I know. That's what I was worried about. I was worried that this was rage bait so that you now have clips of us saying, "Don't listen to the scientists."
Well, if you said, if by scientists you mean Bill Nye the Science Guy, you probably have a leg to stand on.
You could do worse. Okay, you could do a lot worse than Mr.
What
Nye.
is Bill Nye's worst controversy, you think?
Worst controversy? I don't know. He debated that creationist for no point that one time.
Who among us?
Creationists a platform,
yeah,
right?
I mean, sometimes you got to kick them while they're down. I mean, what do you want?
Yeah.
Right?
Having a rough 6,000 years.
Maybe he didn't tip well somewhere. I have no idea. He seems pretty saccharine.
He's regular to me.
He seems like totally normal.
Yeah, I was more of a what was the other science show with the giant rat? Of something's world, not E-Bomb's
Wayne's World.
Yeah.
No.
Shit. Now you said
Mr. Science,
Beekman's
Mr.
World.
Wizard's
Somebody
World.
chat beat me too. Beekman's World was like the garbage version of Bill Nye the Science Guy. It was way better. It was real like gringy and dirty. I loved it.
What?
You see the rat?
I'm looking at Beekman's World and the rat. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Mine was always Mr. I can never remember his name. Mr. Science, Mr.
Wizard.
Science.
Mr. Wizard. Mr. Wizard. Yes, mine was that on Nickelodeon.
On Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yep. He had weird energy, but I enjoyed it nevertheless.
He would berate kids that didn't know stuff that was like, what? They were all like in third grade, so when they had like Dan Reichert thoughts, you forgave them. Like, hey, when does the moon come out? And the kid's like, at night. And then Mr. Wizard's like, you dumb bitch. It comes out whenever it needs to. How do you not know that? And I'm like, hell yeah, Mr. Wizard, get their asses.
Wow.
I gotta say, all of these scientists, all these celebrity scientists, like, they gotta be struggling. Like,
well, I mean, everyone that does that kind of stuff, right? Because YouTube, you could just go get one of those. They're a dime a dozen. They're all making $10 million a year or whatever now. So
right. Think about it. It's never been more lucrative to be a total fucking moron, right? It's like, and it's just everything just flies in the face of like truly like entry level rudimentary science is like now deemed somehow controversial. Like someone sent me a video of the actress Andrea De Matteo from Sopranos.
Oh no. What's her opinions on vaccines?
Oh my god. Like you watched so apparently AJ and what was the
daughter
name?
They have a podcast, right?
Is it a rewatch podcast? Yeah, I don't know what it is. It doesn't seem very interesting, but and then they had her on and she's talking about chemtrails.
Fuck.
And AJ's like, yeah, Meadow. Thank you, chat. AJ's like, yeah, keep going. This sounds interesting. What else is it? And she, as fucking serious as can be, is just like, yeah, well, they're controlling the weather. And I just don't know what to do anymore. Like, I hope Michael Imperioli like calls her up and is just like,
checks on her.
You know, like, what are we doing?
My favorite one about they can control the weather is one of my favorite.
It's
one of them,
a really powerful one.
Because it obviously doesn't make any sense. But if we could control the weather, then stuff wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
we would be doing it all the time.
how do you arrive at such a rock solid conviction and then are able to just put blinders on to the most logical, contradictories that fly directly in the face of that conviction? Like, how do we get there?
Also, like, if they can control the weather, they should be in power. That's really impressive.
Yeah, no, that's
Good job.
Like, I don't want to fight the people who can make it rain.
You
Good on
earned this,
them.
or like stop it for raining where my food comes from. Like, yeah.
Yes.
It's just it's crazy. And then the next clip was her going about like weird celebrity tunnels that exist.
Celebrity tunnels.
Like tunnels that only celebrities have access to.
Yeah,
And I was like,
go to,
all right, well, this
Epstein
is
Island or something. Like what?
I don't know. Like there's some sort of Spielbergian channel, connecting all the continents. I have no idea.
Spielbergian channel.
But like,
Yeah, write that down.
but also like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that one I could see.
I don't. So meanwhile, the Neil deGrasse Tysons and the Bill Nye, these celebrity scientists they must not sleep because everything is upside down.
I mean, I'm fine if Neil doesn't sleep. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I'm sure there's reasons to be upset at Neil. I don't know. I've not researched
I just
those.
remember when Star Wars Episode 7 came out, and they had BB-8 rolling on the sand, and Neil was like, well, this is just a fake movie because like a robot like that would never be able to get enough friction to go in the sand.
Yeah, motherfucker.
And maybe that's why I like Neil.
No,
maybe that's why I like Neil.
Like, somebody was like, "Hi, BB-8 is real and not CG," and I made him, and he's really rolling on the sand. Actually, it's fine.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Even I'm not out there being like Star Wars is unrealistic. Oh man.
Yeah, he's like, you can't stand that guy.
I hate to pivot, but Mike Minotti, I got a bone to pick.
Okay.
In the pre-show, I was like, oh man, what's that?
No, this is a song. That's fine.
In the
Keep
pre-show,
going.
I was excited because I had not seen Mike Minotti in a while. I mean, I'd seen him in the way I choose to engage with his content, but I had not had like a heart-to-heart, face-to-face interacting with him on content.
Now, Mike, do you believe he watches your content?
Yeah, about a week ago, I tuned into a Mike Minotti stream.
Oh.
Which I do a lot.
Oh no, what did I say?
And I saw Dan Reichert, chiming off in chat. And as I do, I like to stomp out fires when I see them. So
Sure.
I was replying to a couple things that Dan was saying. I saw Mike engaging with Dan's chat. But I don't think Mike engaged with any of my chat. Almost like he was maybe ignoring me.
I don't
I think he's mad
recall.
at you.
I do not recall seeing you in my chat.
Okay.
When?
There's like
What's your
5
name?
people
What's your
watching
name
you.
on
You should
Twitch?
know.
Is it just Jerf?
I think it's not. I don't think it is Jerf TV.
Well then, yeah, I don't know. I have no memory of this.
Maybe you've blocked me. That's reasonable. I understand.
That sounds likely.
We do have a shattered past. So
Man, I would have been so excited to see you in my chat. I have no memory of seeing you in there. I am very sorry. I apologize humbly.
it's not every day that people get to engage with the parasocial
Yeah, to really correct the record.
with the people they watch. So I'm glad to fulfill that fantasy for the millions of people
I don't
out
blame you
there.
for being mad. I was a bad friend. I apologize.
It's quite all right. I enjoy you as a person so much that I don't even have to think twice about it. I love you too much to ever hold a grudge.
Thank
So
you.
just know that. Before we get going, I want to shift gears just a little bit and say The Spider-Man cartoon is good.
It's good.
Have we seen this?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
You go ahead, Nikki, please.
I decided that I wasn't gonna watch it immediately because the guy that voices Spider-Man said the dumb shit that he said.
So he said, I was worried. My biggest fear was the show would be woke and annoying, but it's not. It's so good. And I watched that. And I'm like, this is so woke and annoying and really good.
That's great, then.
It's so like every character is race swapped. Every character except for Peter Parker. And it's like, this is the stuff that people complain about. That's what they're talking about. Does he just not know, or is this just shit that actors say now? And I bet it's just shit actors say now.
Time out. He really said that?
Yeah, he's a dipshit. Who cares?
Fine.
Yeah.
He also doesn't know what any of that shit means.
Clearly.
He's just demonstrated the lack of comprehension.
That show's really good, though. I'm enjoying it. I put it on for my kids, and then they walk out of the room, and I keep watching it.
Oh, it's so good. Like, I told Dib, I'm like, you have to shut up, and you just have to sit down. And he's like, oh, is it going to be scary? I'm like, no, it's a Spider-Man cartoon.
Spider-Man.
It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. Sure enough, you can't get enough of it. We've already seen all the episodes.
In the show?
Who?
Yeah. Big E,
the wrestler.
Yeah.
He broke his neck.
Yeah.
Breaking necks, cashing checks.
It's pretty sick, you guys. Everyone, if you haven't checked it out, please do. It's got a look to it, almost like a surreal, uncanny, like motion capture element to it at moments where you're just like, that looks really oddly real.
It looks like if someone animated the original comic run for the most part.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like that.
There are also from the trailer. I mean this in a positive way.
Okay.
There are parts in the trailer that look like when Rooster Teeth. This is for like 6 people in chat.
Oh boy.
When Rooster Teeth bought Monty Rooster Pete bought Monty that motion capture rig, and then he was doing like his own fighting in like the early seasons or the later seasons of Red vs. Blue and the early seasons of Ruby.
Okay.
Yes, and it looks like halfway between to your point, Bakalar, like halfway between like rotoscoped and motion capture.
Yeah.
And it kind of does look fun. So okay, it's on my list. I was watching, speaking of television, I watched the entirety of the first season of the television program Shrinking on Apple TV Plus.
Oh.
All right,
in
I
one
will
day.
base my decision on whether I'm actually going to watch this show on what you say starting now.
Wow. Great. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
This show is, if you've seen Ted Lasso, halfway through Ted Lasso, the show stops being about guys playing soccer and becomes what if men went to therapy.
Yes.
And it feels like on this show, someone was like, hey, Bill, the guy who does this show in Ted Lasso, you can stop the therapy story shit in Ted Lasso and just make another show that is about men going to therapy.
I was just going to say, like, they're both about the same thing.
Yes. And he was like, oh, fuck. And now the last season of Ted Lasso is less soccer, is less therapy, more soccer. And this show is all the therapy. It's got Jason Segel, who's doing great work. It's got Jessica Williams, who is also doing incredible work from The Daily Show and other stuff.
Right.
And Harrison Ford is fucking acting in it.
That's weird.
He's coming to work and he's acting. And I'm like, Harrison Ford fucking rules, actually.
And my new best friend, Brett Goldstein.
Yes, and Brett Goldstein writes it. So it's like, it's awesome. I really do think it's good. It is, gang, an emotional roller coaster. Okay. It's sad sometimes. Caught me fucking bawling.
Oh,
like out of nowhere.
Does Jason Segel show penis to like make up for it?
You see Jason Segel's ass, but not dick.
Okay,
he can't not show it.
Are we talking cheeks or we got more?
No hole, just cheeks.
Mike, were you under the impression there's a possibility Jason Segel shows his asshole on this program?
I'm going to show my dick and asshole.
I've seen his dick already.
We've all
time to up the game.
Things usually escalate in media, you know?
It also pops me every time it happens, but I love it when TV shows happen in places that I frequent regularly.
Sure.
There's a scene in the second episode of this show that is literally down the street from my fucking house.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
And I was like, that's Los Angeles, baby. Best city in the world.
If I watch it, I'll be like, hey, that's from GTA 5.
And then I'll come to your house.
If you'll be like, that's from Columbo.
Yeah, that's more
better.
likely.
Yeah. Everyone knows Niki is a playable character in GTA 5.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I wouldn't be here.
What's crazy is like, I have to admit, Stacey and I watched the pilot and we kind of bounced off it. And
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. It's been all 400 opinions in favor and 0 opposed, and we just have to like.
The problem is you at this point.
But sometimes it's not for you, which I think really people like are so adamant about being like, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this. Like, you don't gotta.
No, you don't gotta do anything.
Of course not. But I do think we bounced off it less over distaste and more out of convenience, where we were just like something else took the spot and we just never went back to it. So it wasn't a rejection, more of just like what's that over there? Oh, is that what we do in the shadows?
Excuse to like watch something else. Yeah, that's of course limited time.
Happens. We've all been there.
Pretty vocal. I just don't watch almost any TV shows, but this is one I was actually kind of interested in. I like Jason Segel. It seems like an interesting premise. You know, I like dramedies that lean more on the drama side more than I like a straight up drama a lot of the time. So
when did you buy your last iPhone, Mike?
It's a great question.
Okay, so a while ago. I wonder if you still have like a 3 month.
3 years.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you might still have like a free 3 month of Apple TV, but
no. But I might buy it because I want to watch that dinosaur documentary on there.
There's a lot. They have a lot of good stuff on there. Actually, I'm really enjoying Apple TV. I canceled a bunch of stuff and I kept Apple TV, so that'll be maybe the next round. Yeah,
I was
Apple TV, the only OTT that does not advertise.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think they're doing though what HBO was doing when Game of Thrones was on. Which is to say that like they have one show, Severance, that is dominating the conversation, and then otherwise they don't talk about any of the other shit that they have on the platform.
Yeah. For me, it was I'm a dad, so it was Masters of the Air. That went around our circles, where it's like, there's a new one of those World War II shows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Was there a submarine involved?
No, this one was all about the bomber pilots. It's from the same group that did Band of Brothers and The Pacific, and then this is the third one. Yeah,
I would like to apologize for asking if a show called Masters of the Air involved a submarine.
I knew you would realize your mistake.
That's okay.
My bad, everybody.
Well,
blimps are like submarines in the air.
Yeah,
and they need to be Masters of the Air because there's none of it down there.
No,
it's true. Well, actually, there's oxygen. There isn't air. Those are different things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do. Okay, go ahead. If we're still talking about that,
I was just talking about submarines. I watched a video came up on my recommended that was like, this is the most intense chef job in the world, and it's a guy who runs the kitchen on a nuclear submarine. Ooh. And then I started to watch it, and then I was like, I don't actually know if I want this because I don't like thinking about people living on submarines.
Yeah,
for any amount of time because it seems like it sucks.
And a nuclear submarine, they could live down there for as long as their food lasts. Everything else would last for years and years and years. The fuel, the oxygen, it replenishes, the bathroom systems. The only reason they ever have to come up these days is to replenish the food.
Where's the poo?
I don't like thinking about in the ocean.
Yeah, they just the fish eat it. Yeah. Okay. It's good for the ocean, apparently.
Just wondering.
We re-upped our Costco membership for the first time in a long time, so we're planning to make a trip there this weekend. Is there like any new strats I should know? I'm very excited to go get some Kirkland olive oil. I've heard that's some real good olive oil.
Move.
Yeah,
it's delivered in a Poland spring bottle size.
Do you like soup dumplings?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a brand called Mila. And they have these huge bags of soup dumplings in the frozen zone, and they are way cheaper to get 72 or however the fucking many you would usually get. They're delicious. Really, really good. Those are good. This is a great space to talk about this. How do y'all feel about the chicken bake?
Chicken bake?
I don't think it's good.
At
Costco.
I've never stepped foot in a Costco. I don't have one here. We have Sam's Club.
I don't do that. I don't do Costco.
I've never had it.
Okay, so the chicken bake is it's bread.
No, it's
and then
chicken.
Inside.
Oh, okay.
And then inside of it, it's like cubed chicken and like ranch or Caesar salad dressing or something, and then cheese. I think it's vile. It's a big
It
hot
sounds
pocket. It's a
bad.
really thank you, chat. It's a huge hot pocket. I
Okay,
think
that
it
sounds
tastes
gross.
really bad, but people love them. If you're going to the food court, you got to get the chocolate chip cookie and then ice cream.
I'll do the
And then
I'll
you'll be
do the
clean.
double chunk chocolate chip, of course. I'm
Boom.
looking forward to
Boom.
becoming a Costco guy. But I'm gonna get a hot dog. I'm a classic boy. Give me a hot dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Good.
Bakalar, we're still a hot dog website.
That's just, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of each one of those hot
You
dogs.
don't seem very proud.
I'm proud of every one of those hot dogs. There's a whole culture around Costco now with like the Costco hacks and what to buy and how to do it. And I think that, and from what I can tell, the Costco people seem to be very good people.
I think right. They've rejected some of the weird political stuff recently, and that was like their shareholders, their board of directors was like, so it's like, okay, that's a pretty good sign. But like the reason I'm excited about the olive oil is most olive oil, extra virgin olive oil from Italy, is fake. It's not like they use grape seed stuff like that. So apparently Kirkland is very good about sourcing and making sure they get real stuff when they're selling something. And so I'm like, oh, like a brand I can just trust that is also relatively affordable. It's still like $25 a bottle.
You don't deserve olive oil after all the things you've said about.
Well, what if this
Italian
cures
food.
me?
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't think it fix you.
what if this is the onboarding for him?
I'm
Maybe
just
I'll
gonna
be
get into Greek food a lot instead. And I'm gonna be even more mad.
what if I'll go from anti-pasta to pro-pasta?
Yeah. Nice.
That's funny.
Yeah. I Kirkland is also like a baffling brand.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm
Hey,
like,
They're operating at such an insane scale that it is like impossible to. There's Costco's everywhere.
Yeah,
when I
sure.
realized that they had Costco's outside of America, which was pretty like recent, I was like, oh, they are buying so much for so many people at a scale that is like they can do whatever they want. They can call whoever, like whatever alcohol company, they're like, it's actually what you make is now Kirkland vodka, and they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're right. It is Kirkland vodka. It always has been.
It always has been. We just didn't know.
The label does in fact say it underneath the label we peeled off. Yep, it's there.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Fascinating. Well, if it isn't obvious this is a call-in show, then I don't know what you've been listening to, folks. 707 Exit Flu. We're back, baby. That's right. It's the voicemail dump truck. Did I miss anything this week?
Whoa.
The ketchup.
Did I?
The ketchup.
yeah.
Did I do anything? What?
Well, I have a
Ketchup?
terrible memory. So
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
Blues
Remember
brother.
that Rainforest Cafe thing we talked about last week? That kind of took off.
Took
poorly
off. Where'd it
for
go?
me.
Where'd it
Poorly
go?
for me.
Did you learn about something else at a McDonald's? Is that what you'd like to share with us?
No, but I may have. Oh, I do have a McDonald's story, but I'm not going to share that one. But
You
yeah,
jerked off at a McDonald's too?
No, absolutely not.
As
And I never
well?
did it at Rainforest Cafe either. I'm being misrepresented.
Yeah, that's the problem. Man,
Would you
okay.
get in a ball pit right now?
I mean, I usually have to like
No.
fish my kids out because they won't get out
Yeah.
of their own
They just-
accord.
Assuming your
It's
your kids are not in there, there's a
They see-
ball pit,
Ball pits.
and you're the only people at the play place. It's the four of us.
Nihilus is
We
freshly
walk into the
cleaned.
play place.
yeah,
Yeah,
I assume piss.
It's
I want to
tarnished.
see them clean those balls, and then I'll jump in.
Me too.
You got to pay extra for that sort of thing.
It's just tarnished. It's unclean. I can't.
I mean, the tubes that you climb in and play like the tunnels. I would go in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that.
I've been in those recently. Yeah, just kind of following kids around and whatnot.
Yes.
Is that allowed? They'll
Well,
let you up there?
They frown on it when they're not your kids, apparently.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
And
really
what's the
funny,
ketchup
Mike.
thing?
Thank you. What's up?
No, the ketchup is us catching you up. We're trying to catch you up. is what
Oh,
he's saying.
sorry. All this
Ketchup, it's a
restaurant talk.
tomato-based paste that you
Yeah,
put on fries. So now you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm Dan Reichert. I don't know why it's red. Okay.
You know, I
listen.
You fuck with blue cheese?
What's that?
You fuck with blue cheese?
I
Fuck
love blue
yeah.
cheese.
Fuck yeah.
It shocks people I love blue cheese so much because I'm so picky. That's the one thing that I love to give people shit for, even though I get why some people don't like it. But I like to be like, oh, you don't like blue cheese. I
It's
didn't know
great.
you were a fucking baby.
Get him, Mike.
Blue
Well,
cheese
I
is
am a baby
tremendous.
because I don't like it.
Oh,
right, that's fair.
Nikki baby. I love blue cheese.
no
Give me all that
way.
mold.
I don't really like blue
Dipping-
cheese.
dipping a
Really?
buffalo
Hell yeah.
wing into blue cheese, like
That's what ranch is
I mean,
for.
it's good.
Oh, this is what other people feel all the time. This little like jolt of like not superiority, but it's like, oh, I eat something that you don't. Oh, okay.
I mean,
I
I'll
didn't know you
eat
were a
it.
worse person than me. It's like the only thing I have it with is blue cheese because that's something that a lot of people don't like, and I love it.
Marino's right though.
Mhm.
These days, I'm not dipping my wings in anything, so I'm going. Well, buffalo sauce.
Oh, they're usually coated in buffalo
if they're
sauce.
if they're not coated in buffalo sauce, I am dipping them
No,
more
I
in
like-
there.
okay.
I like to get a buffalo wing and dip it in a ranch or a blue cheese. I like getting that kind
Oh,
of
it's good.
creamy
I get
extra
it.
flavor on top of it for sure.
I had over the weekend
Mm.
chicken from this place called BBQ Chicken, which is like a Korean fried chicken place. They have them all over the place. And we got boneless wings. And these were so big and dark meat that I was
What?
confused as to where on the chicken
Yeah.
like it was
We sure this was chicken?
unsettling.
Was it chicken?
That's the thing.
Was it? I mean, was it just a whole thigh,
Yeah.
boneless thigh?
Yeah, but
No,
that's bone.
but they weren't
We can take the
shaped
bone out.
correctly. Like
Mm.
the shape was wrong, and the
do you think
meat
they, like,
was dark meat.
Processed
Was it
it and
veal?
then
It
like
wasn't.
reconstituted it.
It wasn't because it was like big and stringy like
strands?
chicken is.
Got the
Yeah,
strands,
it wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't like a chicken nugget like ground up and then put back together. It had me completely fucked up. And by the end of the experience, I was like, I actually don't know if I'm having a good time eating this because I'm thinking about
Can you
where on the
describe
chicken this
shape?
is from.
You say the shape was
It-
upsetting. What is it?
The shape, they were not all consistent shapes. Some
Oh,
of them were
weird.
really big, like size of like half of my palm sized. And then some of them were smaller, like big chicken nugget sized.
What?
But
Yeah.
they were all irregular, natural seeming. But then if you were to think about a chicken
Yeah.
and where on the chicken
Which I
would
try
come from,
not
it
to
would be
do.
impossible to place.
Doesn't track.
it
Doesn't
could
track.
only just be poorly cut up boneless chicken thighs, right? That's the only thing I can think.
Yeah.
They're just
Oh.
cutting that really badly somehow.
What? Do you have pictures?
No, I wish I did.
All right, you
I
gotta, next
fucked
time
up.
you just got to document.
I'll go.
That's
Yeah,
all.
I'll go next time.
You ever think
Yeah.
about the hubris of man and how
Yes.
like we
Oh.
are so powerful as a species that we just destroy the constitution of our food and then reconstitute it in a way that is more
Yeah.
palatable to us. And they're like,
Yeah.
now it's food for me. Now it's
What
good
What
enough.
about? I mean,
you had me
if-
at we destroyed the Constitution, but you kept going. Yeah, sure.
yeah, there's something deeply like upsetting about what we do with like the chicken stuff where we like cook the chicken in the chicken and then use like the chicken eggs to also facilitate
Oh,
other
sure.
food like that.
Yeah.
That's
It's
you
definitely
know,
one of the
I-
species that's gotten the worst treatment from us
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, just by
Dogs are
virtue
up
of
there,
being
by the
delicious.
way. If it's not clear,
Yeah.
dogs are up there in terms of the things that we have fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about a dog.
I guess wolves,
Yeah.
technically. Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I-
They're smart, so it's fine. Chickens are dumb.
Yeah.
I know I pivoted a little into the voicemails, but I got to get this off my chest. I on Friday night, I had a friend take myself, my brother, and a couple of our other friends out to dinner, celebrating his new job. And
Congrats.
yeah, for him for sure, and for us because he bought us dinner.
Oh, congrats.
Wow.
And we had
Congrats.
something called chicken lobster.
Fuck.
Huh? What are we
Chicken of the
doing?
sea.
The
That
lobster.
food never even had constitution in the
It-
first place.
It's now I ate it because I love lobster.
Yes. Our
They-
lobster rolls. Remember last year how
Yes.
good they were?
Oh my god, those were amazing.
Oh, whew, from
We got to go
Oh,
back to Boston.
Okay, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And I said, like, what is this chicken lobster? And it was described to me. It was described to me as lobster. And I was like, but why are we calling it chicken? And she's like, that's just what they call it. And it was like, it was a similar style where it was like garlicky, but also buttery and brown
Okay.
sugar.
Is it like chicken fried
Mm.
steak, that kind of thing? Or we're just,
I
just the
don't,
preparation of chicken, but
Right.
not
Just
chicken?
lots of chicken salt on there. Yeah.
I don't
Chicken
know,
salt,
you
oh,
guys.
yeah.
I was also not in a state to remember.
Sure.
Okay. Oh,
Because there were a lot of martinis. Is
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying.
Right.
Just in all those
Okay.
edibles.
Yeah.
And,
well,
the, and,
yeah,
the, and,
that
the
was
angel,
after,
and the
but-
angel dust.
Whoa!
I've Googled
It's not 1998. I mean, what's that? What'd you find, Nikki?
A chicken lobster is a small lobster.
What? They don't like saying baby lobster.
Chickens are already larger than lobsters.
Is it the veal of lobster? Is that
They range in weight from 1 to 2 pounds. The name chicken supposedly refers to the lobster's tenderness.
Oh,
okay?
Was it soft?
We got 2 of them. It was so good.
SAWFT soft. Give me that soft lobster.
Holy shit!
You know when you have a meal and you're like, I ain't gonna forget. Like that was what I had Friday. I'll send everyone pics.
Okay.
It was
Oof.
amazing.
I'm hungry. Yeah, we had some voicemails before.
I know we gotta get the voicemails. Okay, if you can't tell, call and show. Yada yada. 707 exit flu. That's the phone number. Mike Minotti, start us off.
Yeah, I'll pick Minotti.
I sometimes wish Mike Minotti was a father, because then we could call his kid a son of a Mitch. Anyway, what cool nickname would you give your kid if you had one? Thanks. Bye.
Thank you,
Cool.
Collie.
Yeah. Cool nicknames would I give my kids is the question?
Yeah.
Oh, I would give my kids such normal, boring names. I don't want to name them after any of my hobbies or anything like that. I don't know, even the nickname situation. I don't even like I have nephews and nieces, right? I don't nickname them. In fact, like the one is named Harrison, and you know me, my genes, my brother's the same genes. We're hairy people, right? So like immediately, the mother was like, "You're never gonna call him Harry, or I'll kill you. That cannot be a nickname." And I'm like, "Well, there's just no other possible nicknames for a Harrison." So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna I'll call him Buddy. That's not like a nickname, but like, hey, buddy.
But the short for Harry is Hank, right? So you call
it?
Isn't it?
Man, maybe I never thought of it. Hank.
I thought, isn't Hank? Yeah, Hank is the short form.
I thought
of Harry.
Hank is short for Henry.
Oh, Henry.
Really?
That's right. You're right. That's what it is. Okay. Yes.
What if you called him Hank anyway?
Yeah, you could still. Yeah.
I tell you what. Even though it doesn't have the whole body hair thing, I bet the mother will still dislike it.
Hank?
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna go for it. Not gonna go
I
for
think nicknames for things that don't exist are so hard for me to picture in my mind. It is so vibes based on the thing that I'm trying to nickname.
Yeah.
That, like, if I am trying to preemptively nickname, when we got Barley, and we had the long list of names that we were thinking about, and then we landed on Barley, and I didn't have a nickname for that dog for like 7 or 8 weeks before I was like Bimble. And then like after that, like it just kind of like there's Bongy, there's Bungus, Bomble, Bimble, Bubbles, Barful. Like there's so many that are like that have to be born out of talking to the thing. Yeah, and I think it's hard to come into it.
I think I'm like unimaginative with nickname. Normally to me, like the nickname has just got to be a shorter version of your name. So like Mike for Michael, Jeff for Jeffrey,
Nick for Nicholas, which is where nickname comes from.
Right? Yeah. I got that's funny. I have another.
I was just trying to shoot to work and see if anyone would buy that.
Yeah, that was good. That was good, Mike. I think you misinterpreted that.
It wasn't going for a joke there.
Yeah. I have a niece named Brinley, and like in my mind, I'm gonna start calling her Bryn Star, like that place from Super Metroid.
Sure.
And see if anybody says anything about that.
They won't.
I might start doing that one a lot. Yeah,
You'll just live your life hoping someone asks you about it.
It's like, why do you keep calling this 2-year-old girl Bryn Star? I'm like, I'm glad you asked.
Let's have a seat.
Yeah, and there's Norfair over there. I like the idea of Norfair for a name. I'm gonna name. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna just have a bunch of kids named after the locations from Super Metroid.
What planet is Zebus? Is that from
Zebus? What's the one? Those things are just called like the alien ship or something, right?
That's a good name for a kid.
Yeah. I don't have a fun name for the gimmicks.
God, what's the water place called? That has a cool name. Something with an M.
Waterworld.
Yeah.
Hi, this is my daughter, Waterworld.
This is my daughter, Kevin Costner's Waterworld.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I would like that. Shit.
The kids are gimmicks and duders and all kinds of stuff constantly.
Meridia's the water place. That's not bad.
That's just straight up a woman's name. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's it would be Norfair, Brinstar, Meridia, Torian, Criteria, and then Wrecked Ship.
I think do you guys think we've let Mike go on too long with this bit?
Yeah, I was actually gonna drive away from this.
No, I'm into it now. Okay, so how many kids is that I need to have? One,
You
two,
gotta have
three.
time to start fucking.
6. Okay, very good. Good to know.
Time to start figuring that out. Oh, best of luck. Okay, thank you, caller. That was lovely.
You know that?
Niki.
Hey, look, that email had my name in it. I have the right to go as long as I want.
That's fair.
Without a doubt, but now you must not speak for the duration of the podcast episode. No, I'm kidding. Nikki, your turn.
Give me caramel for 200.
I used to work at a Starbucks when I was in college in the deep south, and people would just roll through and they'd be like, "Can I get a caramel?" And then just keep going. Like, caramel what, lady?
Wow. Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
First
I guess
of all.
given the Starbucks thing, I would assume a caramel cappuccino, right? Is that a thing? Or is
But you
there a
can't just say
frappuccino?
caramel.
Can I get a caramel? Because they probably just have like caramel treats also there, right?
It comes
A
in like 4
latte?
different forms.
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot of stuff. My thing is that I think that we give people too many breaks. People got to understand the stuff that they want. You
That's why
if you
Costco's
are-
successful.
Exactly. If you want to walk into a fucking Starbucks, which is not a real coffee shop, to be so clear.
Yeah.
It's a
If
coffee
you
shop
walk in
theme
there,
park.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
if you walk
so
in
right.
there and you're like, I just want a juice, hot coffee juice, and then you can't say the fucking words on the menu, that's on you. Figure it out. They're on the menu. You can read.
Also, if you do come in with your order ready to go, exactly right, the way and form it in a way that is best processed by the person that's going to make your drink, you can look them in the eye after you do that and see how grateful they are. And that's such a good feeling. It's like such a good feeling to like be a good customer. I've only had like 4 or 5 compliments as a grown man in my life, so I remember them all. One of them was, "Hey, you did a really good job ordering those Happy Meals for your kids from a drive-through worker one time." And I'm like, holy
Hell
shit,
yeah.
I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, gonna change the world with that.
I bet parents are often very bad at that.
Yeah, I
they
bet- I
really
bet so.
appreciated
And
that.
I'm just like, bang, bang, bang. I know you're going to ask me what sauce they want with the nuggets. Don't worry. I got you. I know you're going to ask if I want the extra fries or the apple slices. Don't worry. And I know you're going to ask the drink. It's a Honest Kids apple juice, and I will say the whole name every time. Don't worry.
Wow. You love the brand.
Yeah.
None of this lying apple shit.
Lying
bullshit.
kids juice.
I was so pissed when I ordered a Happy Meal because I hadn't in a really long time. Whenever they stopped giving you, whenever McDonald's got woke, they started giving you apples instead of fries.
Yeah.
I was so fucking pissed when I opened that box and there were apples in there. I was mad.
Did they do it
I like
instead of
those
fries for a
things.
while?
What?
For a while it was no fries, just apples.
Oh, okay. 'Cause now they
And
do
then they
fries
were
and
like,
apples.
and now they give you a toy little sleeve of fries
Yes.
and apple, and then if you are smart, then you can get regular, just small
Yeah,
fry.
extra fries.
Yeah.
Nothing. When you talk about like being able to order efficiently, I'm not sure I have a pet peeve larger than when someone, when asked how they would like their burger or steak cooked temperature wise, they just sort
You
of
thinking
get
about anybody in
stun-locked.
particular?
No, I'm not talking about that person because that person we all collectively know will not grasp this concept.
No.
Because that person doesn't even know how to answer it.
He doesn't
The
even know
people
he's being
I'm
asked.
talking, yeah, he doesn't even know what is being asked. He'll say like sugar. The people I'm talking about are the people who are like, "Oh, how do I want it cooked?
Oh,
It's like,
Jesus.
Yeah, like no,
What?
you know what you fucking want.
you know what you
dude.
fucking want.
You're not playing a
It's-
game.
Ooh,
You're like,
another
wh-
decision I get to make. That makes me feel special.
Here's the thing, though. I think I have circled all the way back on this specific topic because if I'm ordering a burger and they ask me how I want it done, I actually don't want that burger anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not my
okay.
job. you fucking figure out where the doneness on the meat is supposed to be for the burger to taste good.
To be the best.
I agree. Burgers are
Yeah.
different than steaks. Like there's actually just kind of an ideal temperature for whatever sort of burger you're doing.
Right, but they do ask, and it is what I'm getting. I have an answer ready to go, and I'll go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll just say
medium rare.
something.
Yeah, I say medium. Yeah,
I said for a burger, probably medium. Yeah.
medium well. For burger,
For burger, rares it falls apart.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be thick enough for it to make a difference. Like
Yeah,
in
sure,
a
that's the
perfect
real
world,
point.
it should be
Yeah.
not thick enough. Just give me 2 patties that are thinner, and then actually it's just cooked or not cooked.
yeah, they don't ask that for smash burgers these days,
No,
right?
No.
because smash
They
burgers
don't
are
ask that
just
for any fast food
by the-
burger.
Yeah, because and they're better.
Because there's only they are not better. What are you
Yes,
burgers are
talking
A
about?
better.
fast food's a smash burger is better than any burger. But I will take
Then what does that mean? Then any burger?
Any way
any
of
burger.
preparing a burger.
any other
Yeah.
burger. If you
In
get
a
a
fast
smash
food.
burger from somewhere, it's going to be better than the $30 like pub style
We
steak
must move
burger
on.
that
I'm not
you can
doing
get.
this with you.
No, I'm just right about this one.
I'm not
No,
doing. I'm not doing this.
Minotti
with you.
is right.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck
on
a
his
pub
side.
burger.
We're not
Equal-
talking
I
about.
don't care. It
We're not
doesn't
talking about
matter.
smash burger like the chain specifically. The way of preparing the burger. A smash
Yes.
burger
Yes.
from anywhere.
It's
anywhere.
fine. It's fine. I'm not that precious about burgers. Like, okay.
I want to
mean-
be able to put all of the components of the burger in my fucking mouth when I take a bite out of it.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
tall
not a
burgers.
crazy ass.
When was the peak of tall burgers? Like when
The early to mid 2000s.
Yeah, they really got out of hand there for a minute.
Yeah, I can sympathize with the need to get it all in your mouth in one bite.
Yeah.
It's not even
Certainly.
just that, just like the burger gets, I don't know, it's just not right at that size. I've
Yeah.
never had a burger thicker than like 2 of my fingers that was ever better than just anything from even McDonald's. It's
I had
just
to-
not, it's not
I had
good
to
in
stick
that
out 2
form.
fingers in front of me just to get an idea of what.
Like, how big is
that?
2 fingers is
too thick.
all right.
No,
Any
too-
bigger, it's too much.
Two is too much.
That's,
One, I'll give you one.
damn
Even
it.
one's kind of pushing.
One's kind of nice.
That's how you can
One's
tell if
kinda
the burger's
pushed.
done.
Rush
You put 2 in
burgers.
the pink, and then
That's exactly right.
I was wrestling with myself. I
Yeah.
tried to
Yeah.
stop.
We that
Smash
was a
burgers
layup.
are out
You're
though.
completely justified in that, Grubb.
Yeah.
Smash burgers are out?
Yeah, they're not cool anymore.
Well, good.
The
They're not-
the trend of smash burger is ending, and now people do want the thicker burger.
No,
To be
that wasn't a
clear-
that was the one good trend we had. It was the only good one.
To be clear, that's like the pressed burgers, right?
Yeah, you
Yes.
just press it right into the grill, so they're very thin. You get
Got it.
maximum Maillard reaction and like
Look,
the crispy bits, and you put the cheese on, it just melts instantly. It's so good.
I'm happy with most burgers. I like a diner burger. I think it's a similar kind of style. I want it all in there. I also like a little nutty. Like, let me get an egg on that.
Oh,
that
sure.
burger.
Pineapple?
Oh, is that still fashionable?
I would-
the egg on the burger, Niki?
I would do.
Still
I
doing
I would
that?
do. I would do pineapple.
not.
That's
I would
not
do that.
fashionable anymore. What's
No.
fashionable right now? Hot honey on pizza is fashionable. I know
Hot
that.
honey on pizza is
Very
but
in.
but here's the thing, it fucking goes.
It's
Hot honey
good.
on pizza
Trust
goes
me,
crazy.
it's pretty good.
I ordered his pizza the other night, and I got halfway there to picking it up because I did takeout because the place won't deliver. And Steph texted me like, "Did you get the hot honey, a waffle, and chicken pizza?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I have messed up bags. I did not order that, and that sounds so good."
Hot honey and waffle.
Hot honey,
we had
waffle, and
The
chicken.
one from Mike's or somewhere else?
Damn.
This is the one from Hungry Howie's
That's what
Where
he
does
said
the pizza start and the chicken and waffles end there? I
in my
feel
tummy.
like-
Yeah, that's-
yeah, I guess so, right? That sounds.
All
amazing.
roads lead to my stomach.
Yep.
You know, I think about that birthday stream we did a couple years back
I
where
was thinking
Dan
about that
got us
earlier,
like
yeah.
all that delicious stuff. You got a bunch of like
He's got
Kleenex,
hot
but I
dogs.
got
He's got
dessert.
plain hot dogs. You got
Right.
you got a bunch of it was like weed hangover food or something.
Yeah,
You got
Yeah,
so much Nutella, like
Oh my
like
God.
hazelnut delicious
Funnel
spreads
cakes.
in like
It was coming
in
out of my
baked goods,
pores.
and I
Yeah.
had 16 plain hot dogs.
plain hot dogs.
Wait, what?
This
Yeah,
is
it
just
was
Why
great.
did you
Go
do
back.
that?
It was I did
No,
not.
but
Dan
why?
Reichert ordered a separate. It was a birthday week stream. Me and Bakalar had a birthday at the same time. Dan didn't even realize the contrast either. He was like, "I'll do a funny thing for Bakalar and order him way too much awesome food." And then Jeff Grubb gets 16 plain hot dogs, a 500 box or 500 things of tissues, and like a huge tub of hand cream, and had it delivered to my house from
Great.
Sheets. So they think I'm weird now,
Awesome.
but they always did because I shop
That's
there and they
good.
know me.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
Thanks. Did you
for
eat them
me.
all?
No, I ate way too many on the stream, but I did not eat them all.
Oh yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah, this is why we don't let Dan expense things anymore, right? Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Especially this week. All right. Thank you, caller. Jeff Grubb, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Wayne Brady.
Hey, dump truck. Wayne Brady sang the theme song for the TV show The Weekenders
That's
on
true.
Disney.
No shit.
Bye.
He did.
That makes sense.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
He's so
Oh,
good
shit.
singing things on Whose Line Is It Anyways?
You would think it'd be The Weekend.
Yeah.
Nah,
You
that was
fucking-
before his time. Before his
You
time.
motherfucker.
That's logical.
You
I mean, we just
motherfucker.
assume.
I didn't know that. Thank you, caller.
Thank you,
Fun
caller.
fact.
Yeah, Weekenders it was kind of after my time, as much, even though it's a Disney thing.
What
just-
is it?
I never watched. It's a cartoon show. It's kind of like similar to it occupies the same place as Recess for me. If you knew that one, or
Kind
kind of
of.
Yeah.
Doug, like one of those more
Except it's
slice of lifey ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like they don't go to. They're not at school though. Sometimes I guess they are at school, but it
Well,
is
it's the
like it's about
weekend.
them. Yeah, but it is about them hanging out on the weekend with their friends.
Right.
Oh, sounds pleasant.
2 guys, 2 girls.
Okay.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Seen
A
that.
pizza place?
There,
Oh, right.
yes, literally yes,
Are they
literally
is there,
yes.
like,
that
Wait,
pizza
what
place
was
is
that
where they
show
hang
called?
out.
2 guys, a
That's
girl, and a
right,
pizza
the
place.
Weekenders?
Right,
The
right, right.
Weekenders. Is there romantic interests, or I don't know the ages of these kids, but they're gallivanting
they're
without
like-
adult supervision on the weekend. They gotta be kind of old.
Yeah, but it was pre 9/11, so you could just do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so they're 6.
Yeah, yeah, they're 6. I think they were like 13, like 12, like somewhere between like 11 and
Okay.
13.
It's a different
probably.
time.
Yeah,
What,
sure
What
was.
shows is Dib into these days? Or is it just like
Question?
YouTubers? Is he just still Wayne
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson?
Relax. I supervise a lot of his content.
You have
intake.
to. It goes off
He's-
the rails
he's-
so fast on YouTube.
Yeah, like he don't know it, but his fucking algo is nerfed.
Yeah,
okay?
locked down.
That shit is locked down. It's the problem when you lock down an algo like that, you do drift into Jesus a little bit.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know, I wish there was like a Jesus box I could uncheck.
They're like,
Yeah,
we think based on your behavior that you might be homeschooling your kid. Therefore,
Ah.
we're going to
They're
give
like,
you some
there-
credit.
therefore Christ.
Yeah.
it totally. It's like something dude perfect Jesus. You know, like that's the order of things. And I'm trying to get him into the Dark Lord.
Of course.
And
Mhm.
you know,
Satan.
YouTube is trying to focus his energy elsewhere.
I,
Can't have
Do you
that.
think we can get into the Dude Perfect office?
Oh,
I don't
boy,
think
my-
they have an office. I think they have a ball pit.
Yeah.
they have like
I
No,
know
they
that
have. They
would
just
be
got an office.
They have a
They just got a
compound.
compound.
yeah.
They have a big wall where it has 3 basketball hoops on it, and
Yeah.
one of them moves up and down, and 2 of them move sideways. Can we get that?
The Dude Perfect compound should be defended by like American Gladiator style like Nerf
Yeah.
turrets,
Mhm.
and they
Yeah.
should just welcome other YouTube outfits like ours to
Whoever
just
can
try
get
to
through.
invade them.
To siege
Totally.
them. Yeah.
to siege them.
That's wholesome as fuck.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
you're
should.
right.
I think we should talk to them about this and let them know it's
Did,
happening.
Have you gone to a live Dude Perfect show? Because my nephew made.
No, that sounds awesome.
No,
Yeah,
that
my
sounds
nephew went
terrible
with
because
my
all
dad.
those videos take forever to make.
What did they miss?
He said it was great. And, like they're selling out like NBA arenas for this
Yeah.
shit. But they'll do things like honestly, they make content like us. They'll like be like, you have a bracket of candy bars. What's the best
Yeah.
one? And they kind of get audience reactions and whatnot. And yeah, the kids freaking
Oh my god!
love it.
I think, you know, there was a time where I was really down on the DP, and now I feel
Now you
like
love it. Can't get
I
enough
don't
of
love
DP.
it. Okay, I'm not in love with them, but I feel like something has shifted where like it's not as bad as I thought it was. You know, like I
I
also
think it
like
feels
How
good.
Ridiculous. I like How Ridiculous, the Australian guys who are like
Yeah.
a little more mature.
Sure.
They've just maybe because like that humor is more on my level than like the fratty kind of DP humor. But yeah,
I don't think I could in a lineup name any of the Dude Perfect guys.
I
no
cannot name any
names.
of them. No,
like
they're all
gun to my fucking
Niki,
head.
Deuteronomus Perfectimus.
I'd be so concerned if you could.
Yeah.
If you knew one of their
Jerry
names.
from Dude Perfect. What?
That'd be so fun.
Ooh? Yeah, no, I would. You'd have to take me to the hospital.
Niki, you're a grown up.
I would like to answer your original question, Jeff Grubb, and I'm logging
Oh,
into my Netflix
Shit,
account.
I wonder if I could pause. Oh, what Dib is into. Okay.
So
Oh.
he's into one cart. Okay, so I think we're beyond the Garfield arc.
Shit.
Because
Oh, I
my
forgot
man,
you fell down the Garf hole.
my
Damn
man,
it.
he was fucking all in on Garfield. And then when I really had to draw the line,
Peanuts.
no, is when he was like starting to like wake up on Sunday and be like, "It's a Garfield day today," and I'm just like, I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I got nothing to do, and
I
that's
gotta
Garfield
say-
every day."
I gotta say, I think I'm pretty relieved I didn't have any sons. I gotta say, I don't think I could handle a little shit declaring to me it feels like a Garfield day. I'd be like, I gotta go.
It was the
Feels like an
fact that
Arby's
he-
day.
The fact that he was like seeing this admirable like role model in the fucking pile
He's
of
looking
orange.
up to Garfield.
Like,
How's
I'm
he
like,
feeling
dude,
about Mondays, though?
yeah, exactly. I'm like, who looks up to Garfield? I called John, Super Eye Patch Wolf, and I was like, I need an intervention
Jeez, I
right
thought you
now.
mentioned Garfield Jr.
No,
You know him.
there's only one Garfield
Arbuckle.
expert I know, and it's Super Eye Patch Wolf. And I was like, yo, I think I might need you to like come fly here and just talk to my kid about
Fix my
Garfield.
kid, please.
Yeah, explain to him why Simpsons is good now.
Yeah, Garfield
Watch that.
scared straight would be really good with Super Eye Patch Wolf. Yeah.
So thankfully that problem's corrected itself.
I used to suck dick for Garfield. You don't want to go down this road.
Grubb, you were headed down that road, okay? That's where things got dicey for a little bit.
I was really into Garfield as a kid. Just show him what I'm like now. That'll scare him straight.
But this is a Garfield that's like completely the most basic, like comes with Windows S computer animation, like the most low lift Garfield
That
possible.
Nickelodeon show. Yeah.
It was rough. So he's into one cartoon that I genuinely think is very funny, and it's Pinky Malinky.
You made
Have
that
you ever
up.
heard of it?
Saying
You don't mean Pinkalicious?
Nope, it's Pinky Malinky. It's very funny. It's very funny. It is
on
it's
Netflix. He's a
it's
hot
very
dog.
much born out of the John Kay sort of influence of
He's a
Ren and
hot
Stimpy,
dog.
that world.
Okay.
You know, what isn't? It reminds me a lot of like that show Clarence. Remember that show on
I do remember
on Cartoon
Clarence.
Network? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. It's funny, and I'm a fan.
Good.
And he's also so like he then he watches The Last Kids on Earth, which is like a kid zombie show, which is
Okay.
kind of fun.
Okay.
And
My
he like
childhood best friend's brother wrote on that show.
Wow.
really very cool. He really likes the show called Grizzy and the Lemmings, which is like a no dialogue like Roadrunner Coyote kind of thing.
Oh, fun.
Lizzie and the Lemmings. Gotcha.
Has he seen the Gumball? I don't know what the full name
Yeah,
of the show is.
he's
A
seen
Wonderful
that
World of
before.
Gumball or something like that.
Yeah, Amazing World of Gumball.
Gumball Adventures. What's
Probably
it called?
would
Something
pop
something
off
like
for
that. He was a big regular show guy for a
Yeah,
while.
regular show's fantastic.
We went through the whole arc, the whole
They
season.
made
Y'all seeing?
What's that?
They made what?
I'm sorry. So they made a lot of episodes of that Gumball show. There's like
Yeah.
240 of them.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
won't
a
stop
ton.
with
Yeah.
that.
A
People
ton.
love that show. Craig of the Creek also bangs.
Okay, I'll check that out. Always looking for
That's on
something
Max,
else.
the one to watch for HBO.
Do you guys, with Deb, you ever watch Over the Garden Wall? That spooky kind of Halloween show that's not too scary, but has a really like good vibe to it, especially around Halloween time.
No, I just looked it up and I will add it to
I
the
think,
queue
I think
this
you
year.
guys would enjoy it
Whoa,
together,
dude,
yeah.
you are going to fucking love
I think
Over
you're gonna
the Garden Wall.
you're gonna love it.
That is
yeah.
become your whole fucking personality on
Yep.
October 1st,
I think so.
2025.
Okay, it's done. It's added. It's here.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Hopefully he likes it.
My
Yeah,
kids
Wow,
watch,
I'm legitimately shocked you hadn't heard of Over the Garden Wall. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
no.
It's very much a Jeff Bakalar show. So yeah, I think you're gonna love it.
Usually those find their way to me. That's surprising.
Yeah.
Right now, my kids are
Oh,
watching a
it's on-
YouTube
it's
creator
right now.
that takes the Anya and Elsa dolls, and then has the smaller versions of the Anya and Elsa dolls, and those are Anya and Elsia, and they're like the kids or little sisters or something like that. And then these kids just play and tell stories, and my kids are obsessed with it.
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
that was the worst. My nephews and nieces were into that stuff. That
No, I think
stuff
that's
was like
fine.
That-
I think that's okay.
That one's
Is
a
it
better
fine?
version. It's a better version of like what that can be, because there are so many of these that
Yeah.
are like, and now here's the arc where we open toys for 5 hours, and your
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
are going to ask for all this horse shit, and we're going to poison their mind forever. So you got to be careful.
Now, obviously, like, I think our generation, and Nikki, maybe there's a slice of you that also this applies to. But growing up, like, we were those people, right? Like, there's some inherent desire to storytell with action figures that
Oh yeah.
now having that delivered to you in a sort of one directional way seems like
They take that
worst.
and then they go. There'll be like weeks where they don't watch TV at all because they're just
Yeah.
with their toys, telling their own stories, and then that calms. Especially when they get sick, it's like, okay, we're gonna lay on the couch and watch some bullshit, and then they
Right.
get back into it. But the fact that they like sometimes of their own accord decide, I'm just not into TV, or I'm not into video games right now, and I'm gonna go tell my own stories. I'm like, okay, they got a pretty good balance going, and I don't need to step in very frequently.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's how you got to play it. All right. Well, that was a lovely trip down, I guess, memory lane or memory
Lane,
those little
yeah.
weekenders.
whatever you want. Yeah, thank you.
All because of the weekend. Thank you, the weekend.
Thank you, the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, the weekend. My turn. I'm gonna choose Baloney.
Hey, Dumpers. It's Kevin from Tennessee. I was just reading a book and realized that baloney and bologna are not the same word. And it kind of blew my mind. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Okay.
Thank
yeah,
you,
like
caller.
Bologna.
I think I know what he's talking about.
Like
Right.
so when you call something bologna in the deli
Yes.
meat bologna, that's
Yes.
the two different things here.
So there's
I believe
Bologna,
that's-
and then I
yeah.
have seen it just spelled Baloney.
Which is adjacent to like shenanigans.
Right. This is bologna. But I just figured that was a reference to the meat, because the meat is like, a bunch of stuff thrown together and kind of not a real meat or something like that.
Etymology of bologna.
I think
Yeah,
that's
let's do it.
I think that's the generally considered etymology there, but
yeah,
who knows?
let's see if there's if they like have completely separate origins, I will be very shocked.
and upset, right?
Yeah.
I'll be upset.
Yeah. I'm like, why aren't we
No,
doing something
that's where
about
it
this?
came from.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I could see
calling
both
something
then.
bologna nonsense came from the sandwich meat. So it was the
Good,
sandwich
okay.
meat first.
Okay. But if I'm going to call something bologna as a pejorative, I should spell it Baloney.
That's
Yes,
correct.
Okay.
How it sounds.
So it is
none of
two
that
separate
G
words.
bullshit.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's two separate words.
All right.
But it did come from the deli meat word.
Bologna, the meat, if you want to call it that, it's LARPing as meat, but that is a childhood guilty pleasure if there ever was one. Holy
Never a
shit.
bologna guy. I've never liked bologna then. I don't like it now.
Like I guarantee you, if I like accidentally had a slice of it now, I would like shake. I just
Shake, man.
yeah.
Really.
I would like. There's something about it as a kid. I don't think I ate like a tremendous amount of it, but certainly enough to remember it.
It was like the lunch meat of choice for me as a kid. And I think it was just like, that's what my parents gave me. So I didn't know. And I kind of remember the time where I got turned off of it, when it was, my parents would make a joke about like the uncle that didn't know how to cook. So he just made fried bologna. And I'm like, oh, is this like a poor person food? Should I not like this? And it like rang home. I'm like, oh, weird. I don't like bologna anymore because it's lesser than. And that was a weird moment. But since then, I haven't really eaten much bologna.
Yeah, I don't know what eventually like broke the streak for me, but it is a good thing, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's like, it's probably
you should
not
almost
good.
never.
It's probably just
eat
like
that.
packed with 1 million pounds of salt, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's. I think like name a more processed food than bologna.
Yeah, mine would probably
Hot dog.
Spam.
Yeah, spam, which is the bologna of hot dogs. Is it not?
There's fucking commercials for Spam now.
Spam's
Yeah.
been able to like PR its way out of what it really is, I think.
I think it's kind of reclaimed like some of what it also is what I think happened there, Bakalar.
And
Like,
it's
Sure.
also like in American culture, it is not important, but in like
so many others.
in like
Sure.
a lot of cultures, like Spam is like where we would reach for turkey or ham on a sandwich, you were reaching for Spam. So it's just like
Canned meats
It's
are
just
more
different.
respected in a lot of other cultures, generally speaking. Yes.
yeah.
We have like tuna, and that's the only thing we're brave enough for.
Is there an argument to be made that like Spam is higher tier than bologna?
I think so. Because you can like
Maybe.
I think you could do more with Spam.
It's
You
more
can dress it up
versatile?
more.
It
Yeah.
just has such an unfortunate name.
Sure, but
And it's sizzle pork and
Yeah, right. Bologna is better than Spam, was what someone just said.
I tell you
which-
what, I don't eat very much of either of them. I don't know if I've even ever had
You never had
Spam, and I think
Spam?
I'd still rather have Spam right now.
I think I do think
Spam's all right.
I think Jan has talked about cooking with Spam a lot, and I would
Yeah.
not Spam a lot the musical has talked about using Spam frequently, and I think I would like someone like him to prepare it for me.
Yes,
and,
I trust.
yeah.
I was just gonna say I trust Jan Spam.
yeah, yes,
For sure.
Really
The
fries up real
Hawaiian-
good.
Yeah.
it's a Hawaiian staple.
right, exactly. Oh yeah, with a King's Hawaiian like bun, I bet it's delicious.
Yeah.
Man, I know Voicemail Dump Truck is a code name for a food show, but this has really gone up and down the aisle a few times, and I'm like
Yeah.
legit grumble tummy starving.
I made myself a salad for lunch, and it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What
just-
kind of salad you working with
Just
these
mixed
days?
greens, some tomatoes. I threw some avocado in there, and then some Italian vinaigrette, and that is kind of all I needed. No cheese, no meat. It really hit the spot.
Just nothing
Yeah.
cooked, huh? Just
Nothing cooked.
Everything, but just
No, that-
just raw things.
Just real
in a bowl.
food, mostly plants,
Mm.
just like the doctor told me.
There's
And that's it.
There's a kale pre-made thing that we've been getting lately that is knocking my socks off. Kale, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, lettuce,
Ooh,
cranberries.
You're
pumpkin
describing a
seeds.
salad.
this is
Yeah, pumpkin seeds, but it's all like pre-mixed.
from where?
You know, from like a Stop and Shop
Okay,
grocery store.
all right, man, that sounds really good.
Yeah, the sprouts sneak up on you. You're like, oh, you're here too? What? Oh,
Yeah, I'm always wary of sprouts after working at Jimmy John's and seeing how many people sprouts killed.
I'm sorry.
The sprouts would often get like, is it listeria? I don't know. They would get some disease,
Yeah.
and they'd be like,
The
"Hey,
Brussels?
the sprouts have not Brussels sprouts."
I'm talking Brussels.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about like sprouts, the little
No,
just-
Yeah, they're just little grass, baby
little grass,
Yeah,
like looks
the-
like weed you find on the side of the road. And,
Sure.
we'd get reports like, "Oh, we got to stop serving that because it killed somebody." I'm like, oh, okay, all right. But no,
Huh.
if you're not eating that, you're fine. If it's Brussels,
Okay.
you're good.
God, I love Brussels sprouts.
Bean sprouts. Thank you, chat.
Oh, they're bean sprouts.
Oh, that's different than what I was thinking of. There's too many. Hey, there's too many fucking plants.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up. see which
Yes,
one it is.
agreed.
Agreed. It's
Mike,
time
if you
to
could hit a
start.
button to get rid of all plants, would you do it?
No, just like a third of them. How could that hurt anybody?
That's so.
Oh man,
sick.
I tried to look up which sprouts Jimmy John's used, and the first thing that came up was Jimmy John's sprouts lawsuit. So
Yeah.
Whoa.
yeah.
Could see
That's
the
what you wanna
legacy
hear.
there. All right. Well, thank you, caller. Chat was asked to come up with the next voicemail, and they chose.
It's the grass
They chose
kind that
a
you were
word-
talking about. Those sprouts. Sorry.
All good. They chose a word that a state that I had mispronounced for the majority of my life. I used to call it Oregon, but it's Oregon.
Oregon.
The Oregon
Yeah.
Trail.
All right. Give me a second. Windows Media Player got hidden behind something. There we are.
There we
Hey,
go. I found
you
it.
guys ever, like meet someone who had a town named after them? I live near the town named after Bakalar, actually. It's Boring, Oregon. It's a pretty
Whoa.
okay city. Thanks.
You've been really
Dude.
taking it on the chin lately. A lot of these
Yo.
voicemails back.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Man, Nuclear strike.
Those are strays that I'm gonna label as undeserved, caller.
Do you think these people think they can get away with it? So they're getting emboldened.
They can get away with it because they are not within striking distance of me.
With a hip check distance. Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? We're just Is this the new knockout game? Okay.
Yeah, the new knockout game is the only person you can knock out is Jeff Bakalar.
Motherfuckers calling up this show disguising their voicemail as something benign, and then lo and behold, I'm the asshole who winds up picking them.
Hey,
man,
let's not overlook. Jan Ochoa picked these voicemails. He knew what this thing said, and he sent it to make sure you would hear it.
Yeah, you know
what
that's
it
called?
is.
You know what that's called? That's called bullying.
Yeah.
I believe that's called collusion.
That's a different
for
voicemail.
bullying.
That's a different one.
We have that one,
You
yeah.
get the pick next. Would you like to hear the voicemail about bullying?
Yeah, hit me with bullying.
I'm just bigger. I'm bigger than this because
You're a star.
I understand it's fun. I understand that I'm a type, and I play into it too. Maybe that's what the Beastcast was. I'm just starting to figure out through therapy, and talking about it with people I love and trust. That maybe this is what people like about me, and I should embrace that.
Look, I know what the problem is because I have the same problem on a bunch of other shows I'm on. I don't get it quite as hard on this one. But yeah, people think it's funny when we get mad. Right? We react to it funnily.
I'm not ready for you to start including me in your little club.
I'm not one of you, Mike Minotti.
I think people think I think it's kind of funny when you're mad. I don't want to make you mad, but when you get mad, I kind of enjoy it.
I do think it's important, Bakalar, that you always keep someone around that you think is less than you. So that I understand having Mike Minotti there is really going to help you.
Is that how you really feel about me?
That's why I still work here.
Oh, Nikki, no. After I fucking read aloud a love letter to you, Mike Minotti, at the top of this show.
Yeah, but it was also an accusatory love letter. You had a problem with me, is how
that was the PS. That was the postscript. But the body, the meat of the letter was high praise. Yeah, I think the problem. Look, I'm not gonna shit a shitter. That was a good joke and good delivery too.
Yeah.
Talking about having a town named after you.
I do think it's really hard now to do a tight. What was it? 16 seconds.
Yep.
A tight VM.
Yeah, a tight VM is hard. So more power to you.
Yep. Also, I just realized since I am using Windows Media Player because VLC is broken, we do have a star rating system here, which honestly I think VLC might have as well. So if we want to give that one star, I should have just kept it here. I've already deleted it, but going forward, we can start rating these voicemails if you want.
That seems
seems like a really good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems like uniquely beneficial to this specific podcast.
What do you get if you have the highest?
Ooh, I don't know.
Ranking.
And it should like 5 stars be like really hard. This should probably be really hard.
Really hard. Like really hard.
Okay. Let's play bowling.
What's up, truckers? So I spent 3 years in Bing Bong land, and I developed a weapon against the Bing Bong truthers. So next time a British person is giving you shit about, how their language is better, just remind them that they call whipped cream squirty cream. Also, stop bullying Bakalar. He's awesome.
Oh, hey, things are coming up.
Ah, there you go.
Roses.
See, there we go. You got some defenders.
Jan also picked that one, so there you go.
I have never heard anyone call England Bing Bong Land before in my fucking life, and it's really funny. I immediately was like, "Do you mean you got stuck in the motion picture Inside Out?"
Okay, I also thought that for sure. I was afraid to
and
say
I was like, "Are you trapped in there? Like, I don't know what you're talking about." And then I got there, and then I was like, I went from the Pixar movie, and then I was like, "Do you mean New York City?" Because Bing Bong the train, and then the man Bing bong the train.
What do you mean bing bong? What do you mean?
Bing bong. When the fucking the train bing bong and the fucking it opens.
Oh, like stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. The train.
There was the guy after the Knicks game from Side Talk like 3 years ago. After they Bing bong fuck your life. How do you not remember Bing bong fuck your life?
I don't remember Bing bong fuck your life.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on.
I believe you that somehow we should associate Bing Bong and trains with New York, but
I'm
going to
Google Bing Bong fuck your life.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick how fast your podcast luck can turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, look at you now. Look at you. You're beaming.
Yeah, top of the world.
Might as well go out with a bang, right? Like, quit while you're ahead and all that. We do have a minute or two. I guess we should press our luck, push our luck.
There's no way y'all haven't seen this. Is like actually an all-time internet video.
Yes,
I'm
he's
putting it in
interviewing
chat.
People in like Coney Island, right, or somewhere, right?
Well, there's that one also, but the one I'm talking about is the Knicks one.
Yeah,
Coney Island Ski Club.
It's sick.
That one's good.
Those get served to you just by virtue of being living close to the city. So I have to.
Coney
have
Island
viewed
one's
it.
great.
Living in the city.
When we go vote, they show us these
Double
videos.
fucking overtime! What the fuck, baby? New York is fucking back!
Knicks are here, baby! The Knicks are fucking here, baby!
Fresh out the garden, baby! We're taking it all the way!
We had de Blasio, we had Cuomo, it was rough shit, but we have the Knicks! That's New York! Knicks run New York City!
Bing bong!
Tell me what's up, KD! Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks!
Excellent delivery on Knicks
I'm from
there.
New York, and you know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch. Fuck Tom Brady.
I can get on board with that.
Where the bread at, Tom
There's
Brady?
15 seconds
bread,
left.
Nigga, he owe me. Fuck Boston.
Yo, you thought Trae Young was still good? He still ain't good at Dyke, man. You're smoking on that Boston pack tonight, you heard?
Fuck Trae Young. Fuck Trae Young.
Fuck Trae Young.
All right.
Good video.
I mean,
So
look.
they were all on a train in this video?
No.
Oh God! Look, I can. New York Knicks fans are a different breed for sure.
I was not prepared for that.
That's a lot.
A lot of my friends are Knicks fans. Really.
I'm sorry.
Care for bad. I grew up a Nets fan, right?
Ooh.
Because like.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Knicks were cool for a while. They just happened to play in the same arena as the Devils, and that was convenient. You know?
Yeah. Did you know that the New York Knicks in the late 90s were contemplating a rebrand to the New Jersey Swamp Dragons?
That is just not true.
It
What
is
do you mean?
true.
Swamp
They
dragon.
were going to
absolutely
move them
true.
out of the garden.
What's a swamp dragon?
The
Something from New
Nets.
Jersey.
No, the Nets. Not the Knicks.
I thought you said the Knicks.
The Nets.
Oh, the Nets.
Oh, I might have said
sure.
the Knicks.
Okay.
I meant the
Doesn't
Nets.
matter
They were
who
gonna
they were
turn
first. It's a
the
bad name.
Nets into the New Jersey Swamp Dragons.
But they would have to
They
go
got
like
as
south.
far as telling like multiple design firms to mock up all of the logos and the jerseys, and the league was like, no.
No,
So then
are
they
you
didn't do
drunk?
it. It's
No.
real. Thank
Go
you, Sean,
home.
for linking it
there's
in the
pictures.
chat.
Go
This
home.
logo. Oh
Go
my
home, Knicks.
God.
You're drunk. Nets, you're drunk.
Cool as hell.
That is pretty sick.
Backyard, do you know how the Winnipeg Jets got their name?
I don't.
The original owner, just liked the New York Jets a lot. That's all it was. I like the New York
That's
Jets.
That's like the worst.
I know, because I was
thing.
like, I wonder, do they like make planes in Winnipeg? I'm gonna look into this, and I looked at it. I'm like, what the fuck? That sucks.
Not to just light the fire of a New York Jets diatribe, but I gotta tell you, where I live, there are a tremendous amount of New York Jets fans, and all of these freakazoids, all of these knuckle dragging monsters, they put themselves through agony every goddamn year. The Jets are like the most unsuccessful football team of like all time, or in that conversation, right? They're not like, they won once, right? Didn't they win the Super Bowl in like 67 or something?
Broadway Joe.
Years ago.
Like the first Super Bowl, or who cares?
Very, very early, yeah.
it's just insane. And I talk to these
Lions
people
never
and I'm
even
like,
been.
and the Jets, they sell out every fucking season. They sell out season tickets. There's a waiting list for their season tickets for all of these New York and New Jersey families to just pass on generational trauma. That's all it is. It's just to like, I don't understand how you can like raise a person and be like, you're a Jets fan. I'm sorry that this is part of your life.
That's the unique beauty of the NFL. We don't have as much time left on this program to talk about this, but it's so fun to me. The NFL is the only thing that's like this. Even other sports like soccer, where teams are like continually bad, the monetary investment required to go enjoy that is not commiserate, right?
Yeah,
like
but you
you're
also
not
get
like
relegated.
Exactly, right? So
Yeah.
if you are this bad for this long, there are consequences. So it ends up kind of shaking out.
No,
in the NFL, if you're bad, there's no penalty for it.
Yeah, miserable
is
forever.
It just goes on for forever.
Just
Yeah.
become the Cleveland Browns.
What is more indicative? What is more telling of the American way than the rewarding of failure that the New York
Preach on it,
Jets
brother.
over and over experience? I don't care. I've never been to a football game ever. No plans on going. It's not for me. I don't enjoy your product. But oh my God, these people walk around with their they're so horny for loss. They're like the
They are.
Democratic Party.
That's a
They
good
love
comic.
losing. They love losing. It's insane.
I don't
Anyway.
enjoy your product. If you said that to me about something I made, I think I would shrivel up and die. That was just
Yeah, you're right. Bakalar's a real
precision
bully.
nuke. No, it was excellent. A very good. I won't even dignify it by calling it a rant. Just a very good monologue. There.
Yes, a soliloquy.
Thank you. I just like nothing I said was inaccurate. Like I was just
good.
so right. Like
You're right.
you know, I only have one friend. He also got banned from MetLife Stadium. That's a whole other story. But I have one
Different,
friend
unrelated.
Yeah, you
who
said
is
shit in his
signed
hand and
off.
throw it in the toilet. Real crazy
No,
guy.
actually, the one time I have been to MetLife Stadium was for a hockey game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
God damn it, that's true. I love that. Anyway, I'm sorry to, hog up the.
No,
end
we
of
always,
this
it's like always. We
podcast
start
here.
the show with sports. We end the show with sports. That's how it goes.
It's
And
a
everyone
voicemail
wins.
sandwich.
Nobody
We should-
complains.
We should play one more and like try to respond to it in 5 seconds.
All right.
Okay. All right. You know what, Mike Minotti, you get to choose.
Metal. It's the shortest one.
Hey, Dumpers, this is Jake from Boston. Really quick, I'd like each of you to give me your best power metal yell. I'll start.
Oh, this would be good. Oh, very good.
Great one.
That's good.
Oh
All right.
damn.
You gotta call us out for our turn back.
5 stars.
Dude, that's I don't want to fuck my voice up. All right, Minotti. Damn, that was all right. Good job, Niki.
Was that good?
I don't believe I don't believe your metal voice registered on the microphone.
Oh. Well, I can see it. Sorry, Sean.
Wow, Discord ate that.
My metal scream is a dog whistle. Jeff Grubb.
I'll try. My voice is not going to work here, but that hurt.
It's really good.
You want it again?
Yeah, I think Norman Bates is murdering you in a shower.
You sounded like a cartoon mother, like screaming or something. Like,
Get back in the house!
Oh my god!
I've never tried to do this.
Wow! There you go.
That was good.
You sound like you're
That was
asking
good.
for cocaine.
Yeah, that was my twisted sister cocaine request. Wow. All right. Well, hey, hope you had fun. I think it's a good podcast. I hope you enjoyed it as well. It's a good podcast. Jeff Grubb, thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Niki Grayson, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Always welcome here, of course. Mike Minotti, I'm glad we could finally bury the hatchet and be friends once again. Thanks for being here, pal.
I love dumping with you.
Okay, well, oh man, can't really dump with someone, but I'll dump with you, Mike.
You never like just touch like shoes with the first or the next?
Buddy boy. 707 Exit Flu. Call us. We'll talk to you next week with a brand new show. Until then.
Oh, the buddy system.
Oh my God. Have a good week, everyone. See you next time. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Sean. Bye-bye.